Hey everybody, it's me Marquita. I am literally making this video because Marco Rubio had the nerve to say, we're gonna try to end the war in Ukraine in a couple of days, but if we can't, I guess the president is going to be like, well, we just gotta let it be. No, let's not let it be. This is my message to the rest of the world. Please cut all the ties with the United States. We are the Titanic. Please don't let the United States Titanic ship take you down with us. It's nothing that I can do. I did not vote for Trump. Did not vote for Trump. I voted for Kamala. I say every single time, the reason I voted for Kamala was because I looked at Zelensky's face and the hurt and all that in his face. I actually looked at my kid's face. It was like, for my kids, I will do anything. And for their future, for them to have agency over their own body. Nobody is in charge of their body except them. Nobody. That's including me. That's their personal body. They have the right to their personal body. No one else. Same with Zelensky. This man went on the front line. Literally. He was suited up, holding guns, shooting. Multiple different presidents, prime ministers, and I don't know all the other ones. Stupid American education. But all the leaders of the other worlds, of the other places, was like, Zelensky, we will fly a plane in to come and get you and your family. And he said no every single time. These are my people. I'm not abandoning them. I'm fighting with my people. With them. And he does not mean him, when he says fighting with his people, he don't mean that he's just throwing out orders. No. He has on the bulletproof vest. He has guns. He is shooting. He is fighting with his people. And plenty of times, including Biden, was trying to fly him out. And he said, no, I'm not leaving my people. When he came over to the United States and he met with Kamala, and then he met with Trump, him saying, like the question was, do you think that you and Trump could make a deal? The look on this man's face, he's like, well, I hope so. Trump looked at him and said, I don't know, it's up to him. And the devastation on his face, that's what I seen when I went into the voting booth. I've seen that this man is literally taking himself away from the fight to come and humble himself, which he should not be humble. He should not have to humble himself, but he did for his people. When he came into the White House, which he said thank you multiple times, and the way that Vance, Trump, and Butch Body boyfriend talked to him like that, and he don't got a suit on. Oh, okay. So now we're caring about people wearing suits. Okay, Elon, you ain't allowed in there no more. Oh, he wore a suit jacket, but still had on the t-shirt. Huh? Y'all didn't say that he was disrespecting the Oval Office, even though his son X was wiping boogers, telling Trump to his face You're not the fucking president. Shut the fuck up. Get out. You're not the real president. I wish my child would say that. Well, no, I would never slap you across the face. Yes, I know sarcasm, but I don't want nobody to think that I actually slap y'all across the face. I've never slapped you across the face. Not in the history of you ever being alive.
We got 1 minute left to the update.
Okay, but what's that got to do with slapping across the face?
No.
I'm just saying. My whole point of it is, now you're coming after this man got his maggots to vote against their own self. But why should I rub it in? Like I said, the United States is the Titanic. And I hope that everybody that is on the dock that is trying to hold on to the rope, let it go. Cut it loose. We should not be able to sink another place unless they are as bad as us.
No.
This is coming from somebody that wants equality for all. I want us to have allies. I don't want to be in this world. I don't want to be in this over here. But I don't know any other place. I've never been anywhere else. I've been to Puerto Rico. That's a United States territory. I've been to the Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, even though they're independent Virgin Islands, but they're a U.S. territory. Been to Bahamas, which is a U.S. territory. So, when I say I've never been out of the country, I've never been out of the country. I've seen the Canadian border, but I've never been to the Canadian border. I would love to go to the Canadian border. Or go over to Canada. I would love to go to Alaska. I know that's the United States. My point of it is, I haven't been out the United States. I've been out of the lower 48, but I never been out of the United States in territories. But the fact that all the maggots are still complaining about, oh, this person that I don't like, me personally, a drag queen that ain't even looking at you, ain't even studying you, but you're studying them. You're worried about them. And they want to read a book in a library that's for kids to a kid. But no, you don't want that. But you're okay. You're okay with this woman. The only reason why you know who she is because her husband owned a fake wrestling company. And now she's supposed to be the leader of the Department of Education. What educational background does she have? Like, I'm not saying she ain't smart because she married Vince McMahon. So she married rich. But that ain't got nothing to do with my kids' education. So you're okay with a woman with no educational background, somebody that was a trophy wife, that is only a multi-millionaire, if not close to a billionaire, because she just married right. Not my words, her words. Not even really her words, my assumption. You think that she's smarter than all of us because she just coincidentally married right. Money's not everything. I don't think Vince was rich when they got married. If they was, okay. But they still don't got nothing to do with education. So to the maggots, you're okay with a woman that knows zero bumpkins about education. You're okay with her taking it away from your kid. And I'm talking to my poor maggots. That's what I'm talking to. These people that think, oh, because I voted for him, I'm on the good side. How is the Cubans in Florida? How are they feeling? Venezuelans in Florida. How the Haitians in Florida that voted for Trump, how are they feeling? Latinos for Trump, how are they handling it? Blacks for Trump, how are they dealing with it? Oh, yeah, they still can't go to sundown towns? Oh, y'all found out that sundown towns really do exist? Huh. The 3 black people that went to the Hands Off March. The 3 black people that was there that I seen videos of, it's the 3 black people that got arrested. Or a broke nose. Both, really. Because I think her nose got broke and then she got arrested. Even though she was standing there with a group of her other friends. Nobody else. I'm just saying, how do you feel? Equality, right? You knew that we were not going. And I say we, I'm meaning the people that know that, okay, us protesting versus somebody else protesting is 2 different words. You can say the exact same sentence. Don't tread on me. And that's 2 different threats. One is asking you, please don't tread on me. The other one is, oh, okay, so now you're threatening me that you're going to do something if I tread on you. None of them words were said. That's just what it was perceived. I'm asking you not to tread on me. You're saying I'm saying this. You're saying I'm saying this. 2 different things. You're asking me not to tread on you. You're asking me not to step on you. Huh. And then, if somebody else don't tread on me, oh, they're saying that they're going to do something to me if I step on them. None of that was never said. But the maggots don't care. Because if the government is putting poison in all the chili, and you know all the poison chili is in the red bowls, and the chili that don't have poison is in the blue bowls. And then somebody comes out, some little orange round man comes out and Oompa Loompa. Some Oompa Loompa comes out and say, oh, you better not eat that blue bowl. That blue bowl will kill you. It will, like, you better not. And it's like, yeah, I seen the chili being made. I'm seeing that you put arsenic in all the red bowls. I'm seeing, Jim Jones, that you put all of the arsenic in the Kool-Aid. And it's all in the red Kool-Aid. But we know the blue Kool-Aid doesn't have arsenic in it. But because you telling me to drink the red Kool-Aid and not the blue Kool-Aid, I'm going to drink the red Kool-Aid. Even though I'm saying you putting arsenic
in all of the red Kool-Aid. But because you said, don't trust your eyes, trust what I tell you. Them are literal, real words. That is a real statement that Oompa Loompa said. Don't trust your eyes and your ears. Trust what I show you and what I tell you. Okay, if I can't trust my eyes and my ears, I can't trust nobody. Because I'm me. I have always been with me. I'm the only one that knows me. Nobody else knows me. They know what I tell them. They know what I show them. They know what they assume that they see. But they don't know me. I know me. I know what I'm thinking. I know what I'm saying. I know how I feel. And nobody can tell me what I said. Nobody can tell me how I'm feeling. Nobody can tell me what I am saying, what I'm understanding. Because if I don't trust me, I can't trust nobody. And when people chooses to trust somebody, even though in their face, like I told Gary, this world is making me think of that Alfred Hitchcock, one of them episodes, when that woman, she was like in a, like the building was about to, get sort of like Up. Let me use Up because I think everybody's seen Up.
I haven't.
When Savannah, I think everybody's seen Up. So, like when they came and was trying to take Carl's house, and then like basically they was coming to put him in a nursing home. And we do believe that he went on to glory. And that little boy was his little guardian angel. All I'm saying is, if he would have given in because the court said that he was a grumpy old man, that he was angry, that he needed to be in a nursing home. No. Y'all just try to take this man's house. This is all he has left of his wife.
WWE is totally fake, and we were fooled for a long time.
Gary, are you serious? Can you just give me 5 seconds? Let me finish my word. So what the courts seen was this man, this elderly old man come out with his cane and try to hit them. In reality, you don't know Carl. You don't know that him and his wife Ellie, all they wanted in this world was to be parents. And they could never be able to have a baby. Then his wife ended up getting cancer and dying. So the only thing that he has left of his wife is that house. But y'all don't know that about Carl because y'all just seeing this angry old man coming out swinging his cane. And y'all's result says, well, we know him. We know he's an angry old man. We know that he tried to hit us. Well, why is he angry? Why was he trying to hit you? Because you were trying to take his house. That's his property. That's his house. No, he's not angry. He's protecting his property. Y'all are taking it from him. And y'all are putting him in a nursing home to where he don't have any other relatives. Him and his wife never had a baby. He is like in his 80s. The only thing that he has left from his wife that died of cancer, that they could never have a family, is that house. And y'all want to take that away from him. But instead of the courts, and I know this is a cartoon, but this is also real life. Because it's the same thing. Believe what I tell you. Believe what I show you. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe your ears. If his neighbors knew, oh, Carl's not really, like, he's a little grumpy because he don't want nobody walking on his grass. I don't know. I'm ad-libbing. I'm ad-libbing. Like if his neighbors is like, oh, that's just classic Carl. He don't want you to walk on his grass. Okay, well, when they was coming in, they was all in that man's yard. How do you know that he don't got special Kentucky bluegrass seeds? That he specially crossbred it to where it's the perfect grass. It only grows so high and it never dies. How do you know that y'all ain't stepping on special grass? All y'all see is we want that man's house because we want to build in this particular part and we're going to take his house. Well, how are you going to take his house? His taxes is paid, I'm assuming. This is the only thing that this man's had. This is the only thing that he had. Maybe all the neighbors sold their house. Okay, we'll just build around Carl's house. Do that. But leave him alone. That's all he has left of his wife. And if you don't know that all you are singing, because somebody is telling you what you're singing, all that you see is that this grumpy old man try to hit these people with his cane. Did y'all ask him, why did you try to hit them with your cane? If you ask him, he might have told you. My wife died of cancer. We were never able to have kids. If you just wait maybe another year, because I don't have any descendants, I might go on and pass and donate the house to the town or whatever. No. And so now this man had to go to court because what y'all seen is this grumpy old man started swinging his cane. When in reality, he's trying to keep the only thing that he has left of his wife, who he loved beyond. He had nothing else from his wife. That's all I'm saying. You gotta think about the world like that, and that's how I think about the world. I mean, it's like the same thing with the Alfred Hitchcock with that episode. She kept telling the man, "No, I ain't gonna let you in, 'cause you're death," and he's like, "I'm not death. I fell now. I really need help." And she was like, "No, I'm not letting you in." Then eventually, she lets him in, and then he's talking to her and all that, and not knowing, because she was like, "No, it's going to be so painful, when I die and all that." And he's like, "Well, look on the couch." The whole time she's laying there dead on the couch. And he's like, "Well, did it hurt?" And she's like, "No, I didn't even know I was dead." My point of it is, they was trying to get into that woman's house because they was about to tear down that building. Because, if you would seen the thing, it was like she lived in, a basement apartment. But, it's the one that you can get in. It's kind of like a New York brownstone apartment. I think that's what they're called. Where you can, go down the steps and...
Yes.
Anyway, so you can get, that's how hers was. It was like a brownstone, and she lived in the basement brownstone apartment. And he was standing at her door, and she refused. But really, that building, the windows was busted out, the bricks were starting to crumble. So it was they were trying to get her out. She wasn't leaving. And then, death, he ended up coming. He didn't work for, the government or anything. It was just, she'd been running from him for it. She'd seen him a couple of times, but, of course, it was never the same person. But, she eventually let the man in. And, she died. And so he was like, "Look, over there on the couch." But, on the outside looking in, because it was kind of getting cold, and she was an elderly woman, who knows that that all that happened, except if you watch the show. My point of it is, Marco Rubio, I know you might have thought I forgot. I didn't. You and Oompa Loompa is the one that told all the maggots and the people that are maggot adjacent They don't have to necessarily be maggots, but they drunk the Jim Jones juice. And y'all believe that this man was going to be able, and let me say that again, this man, not God, this man, not king, this man, y'all believe that he was going to end a war and one day bring all of the prices down in one day and get everybody money in their banking account. Y'all thought all that was going to happen in one day. I would say that you're stupid, but stupid is as stupid does, in the famous words of Forrest. Now, I say this, not to shit on Mecca. It's when you learn to love you and when you learn to listen to yourself and not to anybody else, I think I will say this. I will end it with this. The reason why I love the movie Chicago is because I quote it all the time. Like I said, give them the old razzle dazzle. Razzle dazzle them. And that's true. Because what Oompa Loompa did, and 47 Junior, little 47. So Face of 47, 47 Junior, and Vice 47. What they did and said to y'all by doing the jazz hands in y'all face while basically giving you the McCavity dust, blowing it in your face. I know that was supposed to be catnip. Let me have it. But when they blew the McCavity dust in your face and give you the old jazz hands, the old razzle dazzle, how can you see with what sequence in your eyes? You can't see. You can't see. And when y'all learn to get all of the razzle dazzle, the sand, from the Sandman, whatever you want to call it, when you dig all that out and you realize, like, okay, last time, did anybody ever see that episode of Little House on the Prairie when I think Mary was a teacher and it was a woman and everybody was afraid of her? She was like a big old Bible thumper. And she used to go around and, like in quoting, Bible verses and like, shaking her Bible at you, and everybody was afraid of her. And so then it was like this boy came like to school one day and like his eyes were swollen and they was trying, and that woman was like, Mary did, I'm thinking Mary was Mary the teacher, Gary? Gary doesn't remember. So, yeah, and so they thought, oh my gosh, Mary did something, and the woman was sitting there quoting. Found out at the end of the show, if y'all seen it. If not, spoiler alert, it only came out in the 80s. But found out that woman didn't know how to read. She knew not one word. But the reason why she carried her Bible, and she can bail them out, because it was read to her, and she memorized it and memorized it and memorized it. So she could throw out a Bible quote, and it was right, and what she said was yeah. But she didn't know how to read, and she was a Bible thumper, literally thumping that Bible in the air. The reason why that boy's eyes were swollen is because she literally took dirt, rubbed it in his eyes. Because, like, whatever happened, it was anyways, she was trying to heal him, and she literally rubbed dirt in his eyes. So yeah, his eyes were going to be swollen because she picked dirt up and rubbed it in his eyes. And I think she might have washed them out or whatever. But so, yeah, irritated his eyeballs. That's why his eyes were swollen. It wasn't nothing that Mary did. But I'm only saying that because this woman, or that woman, everything that happened, she had a Bible verse for it. A Bible verse for it. And she was not wrong. But so does Trump. Even though he don't throw out any Bible verses because he's choosing not to listen to anybody, and he only throws out partial words of what somebody told him. But if you ask him where's that at in the Bible, I'm not saying that he don't know how to read. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when he throws out these half verses, because we all know a little bit of a half verse, but it's a difference between you throwing out a half a verse without throwing out the whole thing, and you only picking and choosing part of it to mold to your thing. Yeah, that's what happened to that woman. She knew not one. She could not read one word of the Bible, but she knew the Bible back and forth, upside down, inside out. And she would quote it, and it would be right, but she only knew it because she heard it. And that's how I feel with Trump. He can only tell you what he hears. So if anybody is telling him, yeah, if you raise tariffs, even though tariffs is not paid by the other country, it's paid by by the U.S. companies, the people that are getting the stuff in. But if you don't know anything about tariffs and a millionaire company that they only make money when people is buying their stuff, so yeah, raise tariffs. Because when you raise the tariff on milk, on eggs, yeah, people are going to be paying more for them eggs because they're more expensive. Yeah, they want you to raise the tariffs because it gives them more money. That's like during COVID, when all the prices went up, they never came back down because Trump never put it across no price gouging. Kamala and Biden was trying to get a law on no price gouging, which was going to start in 2025. Because all them taxes and everything that Trump signed was expiring in 2025. So they couldn't do nothing with the things that Trump signed. Because if they would have immediately went in and overrode everything that Trump did during their presidency, if you know the president, that's like if what was it? Oh, when Biden made a deal with Canada. The deal that Biden was renegotiating when we got the people on the border, both borders and all that, which was up under, which that's what that's what Biden negotiated. He had to wait to the first deal that Trump, the one that he's like, oh, this a stupid person made up, signed this deal. Yeah, it was you. It was you. I'm glad you said that. Because the deal that we had with Mexico, The deal that we had with Canada was your deal. You did that. It wasn't expiring until 2025. So Biden couldn't do anything. Nope, he couldn't, because you signed it and it was not going to expire till 2025. Even though they were starting to put it in place, because both Canada and Mexico is like, the United States can't be that dumb. They can't be that dumb to let this man back in after he wrecked the economy. They can't honestly be that dumb. But surprise, the maggots was. Congratulations. Han, will you check the toilet? It sounds like it's draining again. Okay. But anyway.